Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for a while, and in the while that I haven't recorded, a lot has changed in my modeling career. So I decided that I should come back and share with you guys what's been new in my life as a model, some fun experiences, some not so fun experiences, and all that in between. So let's get started. So the biggest change has been I am now an agency contracted model, which means I have been signed. And I work for a modeling agency and they book me on jobs and stuff like that. And it happened not that long after my last video, honestly. So last November, the day before my 22nd birthday, which is awesome, I signed a modeling contract with this modeling agency that's about 30-40 minutes away from where I live. It's called Willow Model Management. And I love it. What I love about this modeling agency is that it's smaller. So Willow Models is a mother agency, and what mother agencies do, if you don't know about this, is they work to get you signed with bigger agencies. Among getting you jobs, just like any other agency would, they try to help you get more visibility to get signed with bigger agencies. My agent and her husband run the agency, and they're so awesome. They're so nice. Like, a lot of agency people are very corporate in a sense, but nope, they're super laid back, really fun, and they genuinely care about us. And that's what makes it so awesome, because that's what I'm really worried about, is just being another product to an agency instead of a person. And I really do feel like my modeling agency really makes me feel like an actual person. They realize that we have lives outside of modeling. So the way I got signed with them is, one day I was online doing online submissions to modeling agencies, which you can do. If you don't know that, you can upload some pictures onto most modeling agencies' websites, and if they're interested, they'll contact you. So one day I was just like on the internet, found them, and I was like, hey, why not submit? You never know, I might get something back, I may not, but why not? And then about, was it 2 days later or a day later, I got an email back for them telling me, oh, can you come into the agency, and the owner would like to meet you and all this stuff. So I went in, I met with them, I talked to them for an hour and 30 minutes, just full on genuine conversation. We had a little mini test shoot outside. It was awesome, and that is very rare for modeling agencies, for you to have that much time with them. And that's what I love about it. I get to talk to my agents and the creative director and all that stuff. It's really fun. But yeah, so far I've been signed with them since last November, so only 4 months, which is not a lot of time, but I've had a lot of cool experiences since I've been signed with them, so I'm going to share them with you guys, and along with some footage so you can kind of see it in real life. So one of the first shoots I did with this modeling agency was a beauty shoot, and this one was mainly to build my portfolio. It wasn't a paid gig, but it was a trade for print kind of gig where you trade your face or time for the images that you do at the job, which is always great. Good trade-off. You get stuff for your portfolio, which is awesome, because we all know that can cost a lot of money. This beauty shoot was there were four of us total, 4 of the models total, and we were all from my same agency. That's also one other thing I really like about my agency. When we get jobs, a lot of times our agent will send other girls from our agency with us on the job, so there's always a familiar face, which is really nice. It was a beauty shoot, and there was like 4 different looks, very diverse girls, and a very good group of people. It was a fun time. I got some really cool glamorous shots of me, and I had some like old school Hollywood waves in my hair, and it was the people who we were doing this for were basically like bridal people. They mainly do hair and makeup for bridal things, so that was kind of the theme of the photo shoot, like different bridal looks you can do. But it was really fun. I liked it, and it was a good first introductory experience into this whole world of being a signed model. The next thing I want to share with you was maybe like a month or 2 after that. It was towards the beginning of 2015, so this year. I did a commercial shoot. I don't know if I can go into too much detail about it, because I don't think the commercial has come out yet, and I don't want to be fined under a contract I signed. I don't know. But anyways, it was like a commercial shoot, and what we did is it was for this skate company, and the casting was really fun. Like there's like these cool skates. They're very different. I'll show you the footage. You can see that. But they were kind of tricky to skate in, and I was like, oh gosh, try not to fall. But I did pretty well in my casting. I did not get the lead role in that commercial, but I did end up just being one of the background people for the commercial. And I mean, it was cool. It was a very long day for shooting. Again, I had a couple of my other agency models with me on that shoot, and kind of what we did was, for the commercial, we would like walk. I was paired with another guy from my modeling agency. His name is Aria, and we would kind of just walk in the background and like talk and like have conversation like we were just normal people in the background. And then the main girl, or the main people, the leads in the commercial, would skate by with the skates on and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was fun. It was definitely a cool experience. Hopefully I actually see myself in the commercial and I'm not just like some dot in the background, but it was quick, easy money, so I mean, I can't complain. And it was in San Diego where I live, so it wasn't like driving all the way up to LA for something that simple. Since I've been with this agency, I've been trying to build my portfolio more because the pictures I had taken prior to being signed with this agency, although they were good pictures, they're more geared towards like the photographer's look instead of like selling me as a model. So it was going to be really important for me to get pictures that actually showcase my features or things that, you know, different clients will be looking for as a model. So recently I booked a shoot with this photographer named Passmore, and he takes beautiful pictures, beautiful, and it's very simple work. He doesn't try to do the va-va-va-voomness to the photos. He just kind of makes it simple and really captures you. And I'm really happy with how the pictures turned out. So these are some of the pictures. I think they're going to be super, super great for my portfolio, and I really hope that helps me get more jobs. So to go back in time a little, my very first like actual casting I went on was for a commercial for Neutrogena. I guess I was like the eye double for a celebrity, and it was quite an interesting casting. What they had me do was sit down in a chair like this with the camera, and the casting director made us like show our hands, say our name, age, where we're from, blah 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 blah. We showed our hands because they wanted to see if we had nice fingers and nails, just in case our hands are like in screen if we booked the commercial. They made us take a paper towel, close our eyes, and then like wipe off as if we had makeup on our eyes, and then just like gently open our eyes. And it was kind of fun, but I fumbled a little bit with it because I don't know, it was kind of weird, so that's probably why I didn't get that job. But it was just a really cool experience as my very first casting. And I've been on other fun castings since then, and I've booked some of the jobs, so that's been great. So more recently, within like the past month and a half, it's been runway season, which is always really fun. And I've done a couple of runway shows, and I'm not going to share all I've done, but the main one I'm going to share is LA Fashion Week. Whoop whoop. This was my very first LA Fashion Week ever, and it was quite an interesting one, but it was super fun. Casting for that was kind of intimidating. It was like a giant room and a long table filled with all the designers who would be showcasing their clothing at Fashion Week. And what you do is you're with a group of like 4 other girls, I believe, and you walk back and forth, and you do your runway walk in front of them, and then once you're done with that, you take your comp cards, which I'll show you what those are. These are what comp cards are. They're kind of like a business card for a model. They have like your pictures on them and your agency affiliation, your measurements, and like your name. So you take that and you walk down the long table of designers, and you wait for them to ask you for a card so that they can contact you for the upcoming shows. So luckily for me, most of the people took my card. There's maybe like 4 designers who didn't. So I was like, oh hey, that's good. That's a good sign for someone who's never done this before. So I ended up getting booked for 2 designers. One was named Sonia Demure, and the other one was called House of Lijon. And both have beautiful clothing, but I only ended up walking for one because the day before, the day I was supposed to walk, one of the designers dropped me. Sonia Demir, she dropped, whoever dropped me from the show. And I mean, it sucks, but it's kind of the nature of the business. Sometimes they just decide they don't like your look, or it's not perfect for what they were, the whole aesthetic that they were looking for, or there's another model they like better, or there's a host of reasons. It's not really about you, it's kind of what they have in mind. So I tried not to take it personal. But I was lucky enough to still be able to walk in one show. So I walked for House of Lijon, and it was really fun. I got my hair and makeup done that day, and in the room we got our hair and makeup done, if you ever seen the show LA Hair, they were filming in there because they were doing hair for LA Fashion Week. So it was quite interesting to watch them behind the scenes, and let me tell you, they are quite dramatic and very, very interesting to see behind the scenes. Show was fun. I had a mishap though. Of course, my first time walking on a fashion week. So we were wearing pasties, and of course, you know, when it's my turn to walk, and let me preface this by saying the clothing was so beautiful. It was like all chain link, or all chainmail, whatever it's called, and like what the knights wore as their armor, the chainmail armor. That's what the entire collection was made out of. The dresses, the skirts, the pants, the crop tops, the scarves, the bow ties, everything. So it was beautiful. I loved it. And I was walking down the runway, and I guess the chainmail like hitting up against my pasty as I was walking down the runway made one of them come off. Sorry if this is TMI, but you know, this is real life what happens. Mishaps as a model. Just kind of warning you of my, you know, horror story, but it fell off and it got stuck onto what I was wearing as I was walking down the runway. Just my luck, right? Luckily enough, it was black, and it was one of the same colors that was on what I was wearing, so it wasn't like extremely noticeable, but it was there, and I didn't know it until I came off the runway, so it was there the entire time. Like, oh my god. It was so embarrassing when I came off the stage. The person was like, one of the handlers of the show, I was like, girl, take that off of your clothes. I didn't know it was there. If I would have known, I would have took it off, obviously, but it sucks because like I can't really find pictures of myself from the show now because no photographer is going to post a picture of someone with a wardrobe malfunction like that, because it's not flattering to the designer or the photographer or the model. So I found some pictures when it was kind of like just falling off, and you can't really see it, which is nice. But, you know, it's unfortunate for my very first fashion week to have a wardrobe malfunction. That's my luck, but, you know, it happens. So I just, you know, brushed it off. I've definitely learned that things like that are going to happen quite often, and it's not that much out of the ordinary. And that kind of brings me to where I'm at now. So far it's been really fun. My personal life is really busy, so I don't get to do, you know, as much as I would love to in modeling, but in about a month and a half I'll be done with school completely and I'll have time to model. So we shall see where that's going to take me, but so far so good. Like I said, I love my agency. The things I've been doing so far have been fun, and I'm getting really good experiences, and the good and the bad, all the things that are going to happen. I hope, you know, me sharing these experiences with you guys gives you better insight into modeling, or if you want to get started in modeling yourself, makes you kind of want to do it more. Either way, leave your questions or comments below. I would definitely get back to you. And if you have anything you specifically want me to talk about or make a video about, I will for sure do that. So let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned for another video. I think the next video I'm going to do is going to be a Food for Thought Friday, because I haven't done one of those in a very, very long time. So, like I said, until next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.